Another
Boom.
Thursday. Got the new background, but a lot of people just listen. If you're visually watching Facebook Live and YouTube, you can see I have a background. Everyone made fun of my background, so there's nothing there.
Beautiful. I love
Beautiful.
We got mad guests this week. Hella guests. And we're going to talk Phillies and recap our Arizona trip. Eagles, Dallas, big week, getting overshadowed by the fighting Phils.
Not by me. I'm all birds. This morning, Angela was saying, what would you rather have? Would you rather have an Eagles win or a Phillies win in the first game? You can guarantee one or the other. What would you pick?
Oh, it's birds for me.
Yeah, into the bye week.
Oh man, into the bye week 6, and I would against it's Dallas. If it wasn't Dallas, I mean maybe Phillies, but
Yeah.
it's Dallas.
If the Phillies lose Friday though, that's like curtains for them. It feels like it's a
They
must
lose
win.
Friday, it's all Eagles. That's all the time.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what ticket prices do on Saturday. One way or the other. Friday, the tickets are insane.
I can't
200 for standing room, 400 cheapest seat.
Can't believe how cheap they were down in Atlanta.
I think they're going to plummet tomorrow. I think they did a terrible ticket pricing thing, which is a great start to the podcast. Eagles, whether it's preseason, regular season, postseason, or whatever you pay normally for your seat is what you pay. The Phillies tried to charge us $10,000 for our seats. Section 3 and 400 for the first round were like $800 or $80 to $100 face. People have them listed for $300 or $400. I think the NLCS and the World Series went on today. They all have fluctuating prices when you buy directly through the team, whether you're a season ticket holder or not. And people are buying them and listing them really high. Hopefully they figure it out. I think they're going to drop tremendously tomorrow. I think there's so many tickets listed. People bought them up, bots, scalpers, and they bought them for $80 or $100, and now they're listing them for $200-$300, trying to double and triple their money, and everybody's just waiting it out. So they went down from $250 standing room to $200, and I anticipate it to be in the hundreds. So get me in for $100 is for the first playoff game in 11 years is doable, but they just totally butchered the pricing. We didn't pick up the playoff package. It was more than like the whole season just to pick up.
Or are we just living the dream as Eagles fans that pay a set price, and is the future of dynamic ticket pricing going to be upon us? I hope not.
That would suck.
The Eagles slowly just like progressively raise the price every year. The Eagles with the dynamic pricing, the way the Sixers and the Phillies are doing it, pricing on demand. That's going to be crazy.
So that's where it's at.
Speaking of good seats,
are the Flyers on right now?
Yeah, I'm checking the score right now as we speak. I just grabbed my iPad.
And when does the Sixers have a game? And that's the last.
The Flyers are 1-1 at intermission.
Damn. So great seats in Arizona. We'll recap it in a little bit, but huge miss for the Phillies with Wheeler not winning in a playoff series. That's a tough way to advance. If you're number one pitcher, you don't get a win with him. But you did win with the backup, so you split there. So if you lost the first game and Wheeler got a win, you'd probably be feeling pretty good right now. 1-1.
All we wanted was a split. That's what we said down there.
Yeah.
The Phillies, I posted this morning, the Phillies left for a road, whatever excursion they've been on, September 26th. Back when they played the Cubs, if you can remember that. So they played the Cubs, they beat the Cardinals, they split with the Braves, and now they're back home for 2. I would have signed up for this back then on the 26th. I don't know about you guys.
Heck yeah. But it's so funny. So many people are anti-Nola, and then he got that big win to get us in the postseason, and then everyone was sharing all the stats of how awesome he's been. And now, once again, if he doesn't win this game Friday, you're back on the Nola stinks bandwagon, overrated, et cetera, when really in actuality, your two biggest pieces right now, Hoskins and Schwarber, are 0 for 36.
If you watch these Phillies games and you blame the loss on anything related to pitching, you're not. You're just going off the old rhetoric. Rhys Hoskins has basically been a liability at first. He's doing like A-League baseball stuff. Put your body in front of the ball. It's the playoffs. Let it hit you. That ball wasn't even hit hard, the one he backhanded. That was a travesty, but still in good shape. I'm positive. I'm a buy on the Phils right now. I'm excited about them.
But Arizona recap for sure. So Sean doesn't know much. Sean, this is the first time Sean's here. If you're watching on the camera, I just want to watch his face. The memes of the week we'll do after the Arizona recap because there's good ones down there. So Arizona recap, flighting horrible. 3 seats in a row, went to no seats in a row. We get there, we don't care. We watched the Phillies with shoddy Wi-Fi on Friday on the way down. But really the opening start was with Philly Sports Trips, and at the Wicked Grain was a party, open bar, Philly cheesesteaks and fries and just all kinds of crap and food. And Seth Joyner was there taking pictures, and Hollis Thomas, who's a partner in Philly Sports Trips. Hollis was there, so
he's massive.
He's a big boy.
He is a big boy, and in person he lives up to it.
Jeez,
and he's very nice.
That's awesome.
So Hollis, we get there after traveling for like 12 hours, and it's only a 4 or 5 hour flight, but you got to wake up whatever many times, a couple hours, 2 hour drive to the airport, 3 hours before your flight. You got to do the whole thing. So by the time we got there and actually had a beer in our hand, even though I drank on the flight, by the time we got there, my wife was starving, so I had to get in.
Sean didn't hear this story yet?
No.
This is by far the best.
So the food's flying. They're bringing out trays, and they're just getting wiped. Like the first 5 people in line are just wiping out full trays of cheesesteaks. So Alex, like, get online. I'll get a table. There's 500 people at all these Philly Sports Trips parties. There's actually a full high top on set. Nobody was sitting there at all. So she goes, I'm going to grab this table. You guys just get as much food as you freaking can at this party. We already had too many drinks on an empty stomach. And Alex is by herself. I'm not even really paying attention. And her point of view of the story is even better. But she texts me. My point of view of the story is I get a text like, hey, I think this, for as far as I know, she's sitting by herself and there's 3 open chairs at a high top. Hey, this guy just came and sat next to me. I asked him if he was from Philly. And now all of a sudden, all these people are coming over and trying to take pictures with him. I think he's famous.
Oh, no way.
So Hollis sits next to my girl.
No chance. Really? Wow.
And then I came back and
no, wait, hold on. You're missing the best part. The best part is Phil and I are in line waiting for the cheesesteaks. All right. So Phil looks over and he goes, wow, Alex is sitting with Hollis Thomas. And I took a look at Phil and I said, oh no, buddy. Hollis Thomas is sitting with Alex.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. That is great. No way.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys walk back up with the food. Did he get Hollis a cheesesteak?
No, I would have.
Oh, we offered him. He didn't want anything. And then his handler guy brought him stuff.
I actually did when I got back. I was like, yeah, you want anything? Because I would have just cut the line at that point and be like, yeah, it's for Hollis. But
yeah, right.
yeah, so he we were there, and I didn't want to be – people were taking pictures with him, and I don't want to be too, fanboyish because, we've been to these things kind of, sort of. We went to the Harris Pool with celebrities and analysts, and we've seen Fred X on radio and seen him at Xfinity and stuff like that. We've been around a little bit to the point where I can just say, "Yo, what's up, man?" And I didn't want to bother him too much, but it kind of got awkward silent for like a few seconds, and he was like, so I get what happened here. Basically, Hollis goes, so he turns to Alex and he goes, so you just held the seats and they had to went and get the food.
Oh, that's great.
So
That's
Hollis
awesome.
almost stole my girl, and
That is awesome.
You wouldn't have stood a chance if it was you versus
I
Hollis.
wouldn't have stood a chance.
Oh yeah, right.
So I'm flattered.
I think he's.
But he was so nice. And I fist bumped him, and I gave him like I tried to go with like an underground reference. I tried to be like cool guy. So I'm like, hey, Hollis, what happened this day in history? Because, that's like his thing on WIP. Hollis Thomas, this day in history. And he's like racking his brain to try to come up with something. And he just goes, this day in history, the Phillies beat the Cardinals. And we were like kind of laughing and high-fived over that, which was cool. Because that was like earlier that day was game 1.
That's great.
Yeah.
That was a great series, man. That was awesome.
Epic.
We had to do Friday on the plane, shoddy Wi-Fi. Tuesday on the way back, the plane was a lot nicer, and it had, during the Phillies game, it had TVs, so there's way less people using the Wi-Fi because the TV had like every movie imaginable. So I still bought the Wi-Fi, and the Phillies was pumping, and the Phillies won the first game Tuesday. So I need to get on a plane. Every time I'm on a plane, the Phillies win.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I might take like the train up to Philly, and just watch it on my phone. Not even go, just sit on public transportation, watch it on my phone.
I can't watch the game at all tomorrow. I'm working the football game at my school. I have no choice. What's with these start times? Friday 4:30. If it was 8, I'd have been golden.
Weird.
So that was Friday with the thing. And that was it, really. Friday, Saturday, we wanted to go downtown Scottsdale. There's all kinds of shops down there. I've never been in Nashville, but it's like mini Nashville. There was those big bars that you can pedal. You can get on the bar with like 8 to 12 people, and you pedal it like a bike, and they have a driver, and you can drink, and all kinds of bachelorette parties. So we kind of got. There was half of it was all men and Eagles fans in bars. The other half was bachelorettes and bougie brunch boutiques. So we went to a bar called Rock Bar. Supposedly it's owned by a South Jersey guy, a big Philly fan. Supposedly it's packed for every Philly sports event. It was 10 times because everybody was down there. By far the biggest away trip. Philly sports trips had over 500 or so. It was Green Legion. There was fans of Philly. There was people just self-traveling. There was thousands. The stadium was like 60-40. So Saturday was the second Phillies game, and they 2-0'd them, and it was insane there. And the scooter scam. Tell them about the scooter scam.
Yeah. Oh, wait. You did miss one thing. Your greatest impulse purchase ever, which made you semi-famous on television. We're walking up the strip trying to find a place to have lunch. We find cold beers and cheeseburgers, the place was called, which I guess it's like kind of a chain there, but for us it was great. But next to it's this flag shop, and there's this huge Eagles fly banner, and Phil's like, I should buy that. Because he was wearing like a pink t-shirt that day. I was making fun of Phil's outfits the whole trip. He was fading Eagles gear. I was like Eagles shoes, Eagles socks, Eagles shorts, Eagles hat. And Phil had like a pink button up on. But he picks up this Eagles fly and puts it on as a cape and was wearing it around. It made him semi-famous. And obviously that worked out in the long run, but we'll get there. But the scooter scam, they've got these like scooters everywhere. And Phil gets his going right away. He connects his credit card to it, and he starts zipping around. That was our thing we wanted to do. We wanted to zip these scooters around. But mine just like stole a bunch of money off my card and wouldn't work. I had to dispute the charge on my credit card.
Just kept charging you.
Like I loaded money onto it, and then it was like, will not work. None of them were working. So I got scooter scammed. But we were like, screw it. And then we went to that Gilligan's, which was really cool. That place that had the spinny wheel. They had this thing where you pay. It was like $6 for one spin or $21 for 4 spins or something like that. And you get a card, and you spin the wheel, and it has all like either like weird things to do or drinks on it, and you get what you get. And everybody spun the wheel, and I bought everybody around, and we wrote down on there. You write down what you have to do, and then you bring your slip to the bar, and then they make you whatever you get.
That's it.
And Phil and Nat got BJ shots, which was hilarious.
Yeah, I did a blowjob shot there. It was sick.
There you go.
And Alex got what the heck did she get? 3 wise men, or no, some German one, and then I got like it was like purple drank or something. It was disgusting.
Purple drank. That's fun.
But it was a cool place. It was like kind of like had like EDM music in when we rolled in, and then it switched to like early 2000s like emo music, which was kind of a vibe, and it had lights and it was cool. The rock bar was so packed. We were like, we'll go over there later for the Phils, but let's try to find like a place to go. And we met a bunch of Eagles fans. Those 2 dudes that we met were really cool. The guy in the Iverson jersey.
Where did you guys go last year? What away game? What away
Vegas.
game was that?
Vegas.
Oh, it was Vegas. And then I know you were in Buffalo the one year. What was that, 2 years ago? 3?
Yeah. And then we did Washington, but that was like a bonus trip.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're
But yeah,
killing it right
Cool.
now.
You guys are killing it.
The only one I haven't gone to is in the division is Dallas.
That's next year for sure. Well, with my job, having that Columbus Day Monday made life a lot easy for me because I didn't have to burn all my personal days.
There you go.
But so then Rock Bar, Phil, you can tell them about Rock Bar when we watch the game.
Rock Bar actually has Alien Ant Farm playing there in like
No
weeks.
way.
It's weird. I never saw like where there was a stage, but there's a huge like concrete like asphalt like driveway where it's just like packed with people, kind of like Maynard or something. It's just like outside. There's really no infrastructure. It's just you're outside. And then there's the whole inside downstairs, which is like the inside outside. Like you're still like outside, but you're covered. And then there's a whole upstairs. There's different floors. It's freaking massive.
Yeah, that's it.
It's freaking massive. And we stayed for the whole Phillies game.
It's probably the most Phillies I've watched in my life.
Eagles, Nest, SD. That was the guy we took tequila shots with. I just sent him a Dallas Sucks video and Eagles Nest SD. He makes a compilation like every time we play Dallas. He asks like hot chicks. There's like that one hot chick we follow that wears like provocative Eagles gear. He messages everybody and everyone just sends him like 2 seconds just saying like, I hate Dallas. F Dallas.
Sammy something? Sammy D?
Yeah, he just like, and then he just puts them all together, which is really unique, I think. It's a good, pretty simple concept, easy concept. He gets some mad people involved. Sick.
He's a character, by the way. Like he rocks like no shirt, but with like Eagles overalls, or like no shirt with like an Eagles blazer. Like he's a vibe. Like he's SoCal too, so he's got like the SoCal like vibe to him. I love the West Coast Eagles fans. They go really hard. They're awesome.
Dude.
And it's funny because they only like the Eagles.
Yeah, they don't
like you're like they don't they could care less about hockey or anything else.
Now he does though. I feel like these.
Yeah. Oh no, Eagles Nest is legit. But a lot of the other like SoCal Eagles fans I talk to, they're like, "No, I like the Sacramento Kings, man."
The Kings.
Or LA. I don't even know what they are. Are they Sacramento or LA? LA.
I was watching the Phils last night in New York City. I was walking down the street. We see a bar with the TV. It has the Phillies on. We're like, let's go.
Nice.
Get in there. Get some apps, some beers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, so funny. And then after we saw him at the bar, the Glenn kid we're talking about, we saw him at the bar on Saturday, like all day for the Phillies and stuff. And then like after the Eagles game, where it's like, even though we won, it was like, take your lungs out. Because we'll get into the game a little bit before we sign off. But I was kind of like, although I was pumped we won, we didn't know how the heck to get out of there and what we were doing. And I ran into him again, and then I just perked me right up, and I was like, yo, I was just like jumping around, and all the Cardinals fans were so pissed. But the game tickets, that's why we talked about the flag. We bought the flag, but we kind of waited on game tickets. We didn't know where we wanted to sit. We were thinking maybe one deck up, like on the sideline and see the whole field, like all 22 vibes. Or like at home, we sit in the corner. It's usually like good value. You can sit in the corner, like in the 30 sideline-ish kind of 10, 30, 20, 10. But then I was like, dude, I always remember – like you watch TV, it almost looks like they're paid to sit there when someone scores a touchdown and they like hand the football off to like somebody. And and the Eagles, when it's the Eagles, it's always like somebody wearing like a McNabb jersey or something. So the tickets in Arizona or anywhere.
You haven't sprung for like the new Vapor Max Nike Jalen Hurts jersey, but you sprung for these $500 seats in the front row.
Yeah, just ripping
it's
McNabb.
A Reebok. It's a fat Reebok. The fat Reebok. So actually it exists. You can sit row one. We did it. It was really similar to if you go to an NFL game. I mean, there's tickets for $70, $100 all the way on up to like 5,000 if you want to be on the 50, like row one. But we found them. I'm not going to tell you what we paid for them, but it was really good.
You guys got some turnaround for you. Well, you guys couldn't make the one home game. You got some turnaround though.
Yeah, Phil and I have like a whole world going on with the tickets. It'd be like we didn't go to Jacksonville. Yeah. We sold that. We bank it all in one like thing, so it doesn't hurt so bad.
Yeah,
and totally. Yeah, it was cool. It was one of those once in a lifetime things.
Jacksonville was the rain out, right? Or no, that was
Jacksonville was bad weather. We had sold them early on in the week, and then the weather turned, and we're kind of like,
that's when Miles Sanders went off.
Luckily, ours are covered, so they usually hold true. If you want to go to the game, we have the tickets are covered. So if we're not going, but we're usually there. But so we got that row one in the end zone, and the shot of I had the flag and I was milking it because there's just camera. So what you don't see behind the scenes, I learned it from my mother. If you see the camera sees you. So every time a camera walked by, I don't care what, if it was a still photographer for Getty Images or if it was local TV, which, by the way, I still haven't seen it. The next day on the local news here, we were still there in Arizona. They recapped the game, and they had a different shot of us in the end zone with the flag.
That was so sick. We were all watching. I was watching with it just popped out of nowhere. Like, I forget who sent it first, but then all of our like group chats just started flooding. There's like people rewinding on their DVR. They're just like, "Holy shit!"
So wait, here I got it. I don't know how good of a quality this will be for you guys to see it, but here's the moment.
Yeah.
It was like a second.
Good.
No, that's great.
There it is.
There it is. Phil, how many at that point?
How many? Man. At the bar the day before we had buckets, I woke up and I really wasn't hungover, but I was like, screw it. I was ready to rock, had coffee. Instead of my orange juice, I had high noons. We actually forgot the flag at the house. The Uber driver was cool. He showed me how to add a stop. So we had to add a stop. We were 10 minutes into our ride. We had to add a stop.
Forget the game tickets. We had $100 invested into just the flag. Yeah, we got halfway to the stadium, and Phil goes, "Oh my God, I forgot the flag." I was like, "Dude, that was the whole thing in front row."
Yeah,
you got to remember it.
That thing. Oh, I don't know if that clip would have happened if it wasn't for the flag.
No, and I thought Nat was going to kill us. She's like, "You guys are turning around to get a flag," and we were like, "Yeah."
Shout out to Nat. I felt bad.
That was a go.
I was almost like, "No, it's all good." I felt bad. We had to turn around, but we were only 10 minutes into the ride, and the ride is from the house to the stadium. Pretty much that's it. But you can add a stop. So I added a stop, and the stop was a house again. So when you look at the Uber, it's my house to the stadium. It's cost another.
Which was still cheaper than the Uber to get home because they did that surge pricing, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah, the one home was bad.
We walked like 2 miles away from the stadium to try to see if it would make it go down, and found like a random Raising Cane's, ate some tendies. and then got crushed on an Uber home, but whatever, I guess.
Yeah, so
Nice.
so the 14-0, and then we got on the TV, and it made me feel horrible because it was all basically downhill from there. I mean, they had the ball. I mean, we scored 20 in the game, so we got 2 field goals the rest of the way. And they were driving all the way down the field. They could have had a touchdown to win the game. They could have kicked a field goal to force it to overtime. I mean, I'm on my phone the whole time like an idiot because my wife, not only am I and my brother getting text message, and on our personal pages and on this page, on the Philthy and Philly page, we're getting the same screenshot over and over again.
Yeah,
it's killing my phone battery. It just wrecked my phone.
I can imagine. I was actually, that crossed my mind. I was like, dude, Phil's probably just like, getting full
I had people texting me that I haven't even talked to in, I can't even tell you how long. I got an email from one of the guidance counselors. I think I just saw you on TV.
That's great.
Like it went down the rabbit hole. People texting me.
And I start getting Negadelphia. I'm going to talk about Negadelphia because we talked about how it can go from so great 5-0 to getting thumped. The Phillies getting thumped and us going in the bye week in second place. I'm not going to get that negative, but after that picture, the game totally changed. And I'm on my phone. I'm like reposting everybody that's tagging me. Vic's like, get off your phone. The game got really serious. I'm like clutching my Blanny, like, yo, they're gonna drive down. Something clicked in me midway. I was like, at worst, they're gonna kick a field goal. Maybe they'll miss it. I was like, I know the bend but don't break. It's not, people aren't a fan of it, but just after everything that transpired, I'm like, what are the odds of these guys marching all the way down the field, getting 7 and winning the game are pretty low.
Oh, yeah.
They were playing good, but not great. And they haven't won. The fans were so annoying. They haven't won home games yet this year. They probably, how many games in a row was it that they haven't won? Even dating back to last year.
It was 8 in a row, and that's another franchise that's never won a Super Bowl.
Damn. No, you guys were at the game. You might have. Oh God, you probably heard about this or watched the recap. But that field goal that he pushed right, they were just they were showing him in warmups 3 times, missing it right every single time, and they
No
just
way.
like, yep, it was in the. They're like, oh well, this is the kicker in warmups. He missed it. He was pushing it right all day, and he pushed it right.
And our kicker got Special Teams Player of the Week,
which by the way is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Dicker the kicker.
5 weeks in a row, we have 5 superlatives every week. We've had one every week.
His field goal was the game winner, but it was a chip shot. It wasn't like it was some crazy
Must have been.
thing.
Well, the whole story behind it, I mean, him coming out of nowhere, and especially the other kicker inflated it. The other kicker by missing.
Oh,
if he would have made it, he probably would have been the player of the week. If they would have made it to tie it and he would have made one in overtime or something, he probably would have got it. But
he was just pushing. They showed 3 in a row in warmups of him just right. God, it was good.
But
he thought he would fix it by then.
It's funny. It's funny. The negative. Seth, when we saw him on Friday, Seth was actually the most positive I've ever seen Seth Joyner. He was so negative in the post games. People were killing him in articles. People were like, hey, we won the game. It doesn't matter. Every win is not going to look pretty. You're 5-0. You found a way to win. That whole cliche. Seth was just killing them, nitpicking them. Negative. And now, Dallas has jumped on. Dallas players are talking smack. DeMarcus Lawrence said, they asked how good Jalen got and how much he progressed this year, and he basically said, they haven't played us yet. I can't tell you how. I can't tell you how good he is yet. You can't even gauge it yet. I can't even gauge it yet as a player because they haven't played Dallas yet, is what he said. They haven't played Dallas yet. CeeDee Lamb, they asked him what he thought. they were going to do, and he was ready to go. He was ready to go to beat Philly. He said it's going to be awesome. If you remember last year, like, Nick Sirianni wore the Beat Dallas shirt, and we gave them way too much bulletin board material, and they thumped us. This year, it's the exact opposite, dude. Dallas has been talking shit all week. I haven't listened to any sports talk because I'm still recovering from the trip, but like from what I've seen, Dallas players are just outwardly just like freaking chirping.
That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it.
How about
there's gonna be some on-field scrap in that game? I think.
How about the Jason Peters quote? I just had to pull it up so I don't get it wrong. I just know that Philly fans are effing idiots when it comes to the camaraderie and the Cowboys, any team really. They know that they pride themselves on being nasty. They're going to cuss at you. Jason Peters goes that route. Like, honestly, like I'm done with him. He overstayed his welcome. It felt like. Now he's on Dallas. That quote to me is insane. I don't get it. Like, I don't get you're going to go the Philly fans are nasty route. Not like, oh, it's going to be fun to be back in my old place and just kind of like be cool guy about it. You say that?
I saw it at a glance. He did say it's going to be good to be back, and I won a Super Bowl there, and that's my city. So I saw that part of it, too. There was a part of it where he kind of hobbled the fence back and forth because he's on Dallas, so he's got to talk smack, I guess.
All right, here's the end. He said, I got my first Super Bowl there. I laid a lot of bricks there. Philly, that's my city. Just to go back, it'll be great to beat them.
Yeah, then he laid in and they were going to beat us. So he talked smack. Then he said, it's great. I got my Super Bowl there. It's going to be great to be back. It's my city. But then he went back to we're going to beat us. He's saying that they're going to win too.
I guess he'll get some in the locker room with the Dallas. You know, you kind of gotta be with your new team. But yeah, it's hard. That's a tough situation, I guess, for him. It's like, but I won a Super Bowl. I was with these guys my whole career, you know.
So, man, memes of the week we didn't really talk about. The best ones to look at, I'm not going to share them really, but if you're going to go back, it's got to be the Philly Rob got a contract extension, and he's going to take his wife to Sanson Street and get a Del Biscuits and get a salted caramel Bedino.
Yeah, I was hoping that would take off more of the comments, that we would get more like I wanted people to come up with more. Where is Philly Rob going to spend his contract money? What is he ordering?
Somebody said that he took the public to Atlanta and
Atlanta.
So that's definitely one. And then the other thing, which is super underrated, actually it has like probably 60, 70,000 views now, is the people singing Don't Stop Believing. That has to go way more freaking viral. So if you can find that video of the guy singing Don't Stop Believing at the Eagles tailgate in Arizona.
I'm going to share it right now. It's the most amazing thing of all time. This guy just rolls up. He starts singing Don't Stop Believing. He's got a beer in one hand, the microphone in the other hand. He's like this. The beer's sloshing everywhere. He has no idea what the words are. Then like he gets to a part, he puts the mic to another guy. He doesn't know what the words are. They sing through the end of the song, and then they're just like, F Dallas at the end, like so loud, and then the video just cuts.
God, that's beautiful.
It's so good. It's so good.
One guy doesn't know the words. Up and down the
Up and down the hole.
He says that part, but it's not that part of the song.
Oh my God. Classic.
And then annoying meme of the week or thing that I didn't even think was significant when I posted it. So we got the dope seats. Jalen Hurts and all the boys come out on the way far other end of the field. They run all the way to our end zone, and maybe 10 or 15 guys, all the more religious guys, I guess, on the team, all get down on a knee and are all doing their different prayers. And Hurts is like right in front of us. Like right. Yeah. So I snapped this awesome picture of him kneeling down praying, and people went nuts. They thought that he was kneeling for the anthem, like just all that stupid stuff.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's his thing. That's what he does.
And after the game, they used to do this with Wentz. They get both anybody who wants to from either team, they meet at like midfield and they do like a little prayer. And Ertz was there and it was awesome. And Kelsey's on the feels like retirement tour. He's getting everybody's jersey. He got Doug's jacket. He got Carson's jersey. Yeah. He got Ertz's jersey this week.
That is sick.
He's got first dibs of any jersey swap, which is hilarious.
That's so awesome.
So, yeah, dude, Negadelphia is the thing. It's terrible that it could end up after 5-0, and if you lose to Dallas, you go into the bye week in second place. Phillies could get thumped and get bounced. I feel like all this stuff that's transpired, like making the playoffs, beating the St. Louis Cardinals, us going to Arizona, us going to doing all this stuff, going 5-0. I mean, the NFL, the MLB, major sports, it's a freaking nasty, nasty place. They don't care. Guys tear their ACL in the Super Bowl. You saw it with Odell Beckham. Who knows where that guy's going to end up? Like, it's nasty. Like, these games don't give a crap about who you are, where you are, what point of your career is. But as a Philly fan, I don't think this weekend's going to end this way. It can't. You can't go in Friday, Saturday night, home baseball games, Eagles, Dallas, in Philly. Like, dude, we're not going to get.
There's not going to be 3 L's.
Something's going to go our way.
Yeah,
it's not going to be 3 L's.
More likely, it's the friggin' Eagles. To be honest with you,
I agree. I agree.
So that's where I'm at. I think Nola wins.
It depends on
Nola. If they split with us again, then out of 4, I mean, you're going to go 5 down in Atlanta during the week. I don't know when that game 5 would be. I have no idea. Sunday, maybe.
Game 5 will be Sunday. I think it's Sunday before the Eagles game.
How do they not push that?
It'll be Sunday at that weird
Monday or Tuesday.
37, 4.
I have one more honorary meme of the week because we've been way too nice to the Mets, but this one.
Wait, hold on, closer.
Closer had a cool entrance.
Yeah. That had 1,000 likes. That was a big one. The Mets collapse, and then we had another one. It was the trumpet, and it was like the live thing of the guy, but somebody dubbed burr, 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 the taps over that one was fire.
Like a bad dude.
Dude.
Dude. That song was way too freaking cool for the Mets.
Now, isn't the dude on the Braves who comes out and plays that?
Yeah, Contreras,
right? Yeah,
he's their DH.
Oh yeah, hopefully that song's just complete.
Yeah, dude, you could have like Maton. Doozy said it today. One of our best boys said it today. Like, you could have Maton and like Derek Hall playing, but because freaking Bryce Harper has to be DH because he can't play in the field, that Hoskins has to play first. Hoskins could be your DH. Yeah. You can remove Hoskins altogether. I'd take Derek Hall first base. But at this point, you got to play what brought you there. Those guys like Schwarber and then have to freaking.
I just can't believe our 1-2 hitters have one hit out of the last 36 or 1 for 36. Like, it's like,
if he's gonna change the lineup, he should do it Friday rather than a desperation on Saturday.
Yeah,
you have Nola. Even if you win a low-scoring game, you can kind of experiment a little. They could have experimented with Wheeler. I mean, freaking hey. Mm-hmm. But I mean, the offense was balling.
I just top of the page shared. Don't stop believing if you want a nice laugh in your life. It's the greatest thing ever. There's 2 versions. There's the full version, which you just can wait until it reaches the pinnacle of the end, and then there's we did a TikTok version where we kind of trimmed it.
Just like the good part.
Just like the good part, yeah.
So bad.
I mean, the bad part.
We have a big content day, so Alyssa in the kitchen is in our house right now, so we're going to sign off and watch this game. I have no idea what's going on in this game, too.
I think the Bears got shut out on their first drive.
Wait, Sean, can I ask an Alyssa in the kitchen question? Real quick recap, because I'm just getting back and getting into this. Grandpa in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tell us about Grandpa in the car. Our friend is actually – I don't even know why I'm doing this. On TikTok, I have one person watching right now. She has how many in TikTok right now?
She just hit 400,000 followers.
I love it.
Yeah, but anyway,
bless her.
he comes up from Florida every summer. He lives down there in the winter with, her uncle, and he comes up for the summer, teaches golf lessons. But he was driving up beginning of the summer and left a briefcase full of cash, 3 years of lessons, $9,000, left it in a motel room, and do the math. He didn't get any of the money back. Some guy opened it, an employee. He didn't show up for work the next day, ended up being out all the money. So she started a PayPal fundraiser to raise him all that money back before he just left 2 days ago to go back to Florida. And I mean, it's been less than a week, and we have like $8,500 out of that.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
What's the info? Share it out. We're at the tail end of our video, but nobody's watching, but maybe a couple people catch it.
Yeah, it's she's Alyssa in the kitchen on TikTok, but there's a video in there with a link to it to the fundraiser. But I mean, yeah, it was just we got like the reaction videos, we got everything about how when he
the reaction video got me good.
Yeah, he's just like he doesn't get it for a while. He's like, wait, what? Like, we're like, no, like we actually raised the money like back so you can get your new car. Because the thing is, he's got to put down a hefty down payment because his credit's pretty bad because he had declared bankruptcy when her grandmother, his wife, passed. So he's got to throw down a hefty down payment, and that money was for a down payment for a new car. So yeah, we're just like, use it to his advantage. She raised. I give her all the credit. There was like 450 donations from $5 to one person donated $1,000. We don't even know who it is.
Unreal.
Yeah. So people are awesome out there.
Dude,
the internet, man.
He's gonna get a freaking pumped up. I hear the sound systems in there balling. That's like has the hamsters on the commercial. He's gonna get the Kia Soul.
He's getting a Kia Soul.
The hatchback. Got the golf gear.
Yeah.
He's a golf trainer. How old is he?
He's 90.
He's 90. He still trains golf.
He just drove back down. He just drove back to Florida by himself in a beat down Hyundai, which probably wouldn't even make it back. The car's gone.
So that thing's gone. That's getting traded. Yeah. But even with lemons, they'll trade you in a couple grand, $5,000. So
yeah.
He's got a new briefcase of cash.
Yeah,
so now I get the briefcase reference. I didn't understand why you guys put it in the briefcase, but that was the. Like I said, I've been like catching it in drips and drabs, and I'm like, all right, now I get it.
So he lost, the briefcase, and the lock was broken on it. Like if the lock wasn't broken, they sent the briefcase back through the mail, but there was no cash in it.
What?
It was all his other documents, but cash was gone.
Somebody asked, that's sick. So shout out to them. Somebody asked us if we're on YouTube. Yes, we are. We don't go live on the YouTube. We have the live feed going through Facebook Live. That by far has our most followers, like 57K or something. But the full video, our live video when we end is available right away on Facebook. And I also repost it because once I stop this, we get a really HD, high-quality 4K version that's posted to our Facebook and YouTube. So if you want to watch it later, it's usually, if I cut it around now, we do it before kickoff usually, we'll have it up by halftime. That's the golden rule. At the latest, by the end of your Thursday night football game. And then if you're not night owls, you can listen Friday morning on the way to work. It'll already be on everything: Apple, Google, Amazon Prime, friggin' your sisters, wherever you get it, or anywhere you listen. So, damn, this is by far the most people we had on here. Live stream and 3 guests.
It was a big week.
Big week. So,
huge week.
See you in Philly. If you're going to Philly, let us know. We're going to go party it up. Or if you want to give us playoff tickets, that'd be sick. Probably not. But
Sean, you and Pop's going to come up to a game? By the way, Fly Guys, I'm rocking my Fly Guys shirt. 3-1.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go Flyers.
We have our most guests, our 4 guests.
Yeah.
4 guests.
Oh, we got Ellie.
Ellie.
We have a dog.
Ellie.
Cool. Damn, I should have brought her on sooner. She gets mad clout, bro.
Yeah.
Mad clout. Yeah.
Right. I got to go put my kids to bed.
A wrap. Let's put the kids to bed.
Right. Thanks for having me, boys.
Yeah. When are you coming to a game?
Oh, soon. I'll get up there.
Get up there.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Maybe even this Monday I might spring.
Nice.
I mean, it's freaking Dallas. Like,
It's
come on.
Dallas.
If there's
the most
ever a game,
reasonably
it's this
priced
one.
game seems to be the Titans game.
Titans.
It's like one. Titans are kind of random. It's like normally
Yeah, they are
priced.
kind of random.
That would be a fun
Monday
game.
night, Carson Wentz, if he's still even the starter. That's
That'll be cheap too.
True. I actually entered. Yeah, I actually have an opportunity to win tickets to that. the
competitors.
No, it's like the Glassboro Brewery or whatever. Or, I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Who knows?
Let's
see.
get it. All right.
Let's get it.
Thanks.
See you, boys.
Next week.
See ya.